Do you know that human mind and body has no limitations? This was first told to me in school by my school commandant. I studied in a military school and realized early that anything is possible. I also realized in these years that thinking about the end result is a waste of time. It's better to find focus in completing the task and forget about the rest. As I entered college, then finished college, I started to forget the above learnings as well. Fortunately, civil services exam came along in my life at this time. It taught me again that human mind and body has no limitations. It can be stretched as far as you want to stretch it. I gave 2 prelims, 2 mains, and 2 interviews of civil services exam. I could have taken more attempts, but I was the one who decided to move on with my life and do something else. So if I had wanted to stretch my mind and body further, it would have. With this profound learning today, I want to talk about my experience of UPSC Civil Services exam. I've always been an average student in studies and in sports. I was told by my father that I will achieve great things in life only through immensely hard work because I'm not talented enough. I started applying this rule wherever my heart took me. First, in class 7th, I was told that if I want to experience something more in school, I can aim to enter RIMC, a military school with only 25 seats from all over India. I studied hard, and after 2 failed attempts, in my third attempt, I cleared the exam and started a new life in Dehradun. It was also the last attempt. There used to be only 3 attempts to clear this examination. I completely chilled out in school after that, forgot all about hard work and efforts, but life was gruesome for everyone normally as well because it was a military school. It was difficult, but a different kind of fun. In my years there, I realized how human mind and body can be stretched without any limits. Right process, right mindset, and right focus is all that is required to achieve one's goals. Instead of joining any NDA, I decided to join Delhi University. I studied very hard in 12th and achieved very high marks, even according to my own standards. But as I entered Hindu college, I forgot all about my studies and focused again on chilling. You might be wondering, why am I telling you all of this? From my student life, one thing became clear. I studied in bits and pieces. Due to this, I was not very aware about what I had studied in a long span of 18 years. I knew how to clear exams, I knew how to crack competition, but I had little real knowledge. This is the exact situation with many youngsters even today. Some who decide to study when required, and many others who are toppers and medhavis in class, but even then, they know little about what they have studied. This is why, when I decided to prepare for civil services, I realized that I knew nothing substantial and had to study everything all over again. If you are a student who has started recently and feels the same, don't be afraid. Probably 90% of students preparing for civil services face the same problem when they begin their prep. In my first attempt, I was completely focused on just completing the syllabus and simply writing the exam. I had not planned well, I read everything and went for the exam. This made life very difficult for me later in my second attempt. The mistakes that I made here were: number one, I started studying without understanding the syllabus. Second, I started without identifying sources and books that are the best and that can help me the most. Number three, I started without creating a good structure for note making. And number four and last, I started without even going through past year papers thoroughly. I'm going to come back to these mistakes thoroughly again, so please do not forget them. Keep watching. These mistakes are the core of this video. These mistakes made sure that I did not get selected after the interview in my first attempt. I reached the interview by my sheer hard work and resilience, but lack of smart work, lack of proper planning gave me a negative result. इन मिस्टेक्स का इफेक्ट फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में तो आया ही था, बट मेजर इम्पैक्ट सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट में आया. आई हैड टू रीस्टार्ट स्टडिंग एवरीथिंग बिकॉज माई नोट्स वर नॉट ऑर्गेनाइज्ड वेल इनफ. मैं अब भी न्यू सोर्सेज ढूंढ रहा था, न्यू प्लान्स क्रिएट कर रहा था. पास्ट ईयर के ट्रेंड्स मेरे दिमाग में क्लियर नहीं थे, इवन आफ्टर वन फुल अटेम्प्ट. इन सब की वजह से मैं सेकेंड अटेम्प्ट में कुछ ज़्यादा इंप्रूव नहीं कर पाया. इंटरव्यू तक फिर से पहुंचा, और फाइनली 6 मार्क्स से मेरी मेरिट मिस हुई, बट आई रियलाइज कि मैंने फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट वाले काम ही रिपीट किए हैं। अब मैं एक विशियस साइकिल में एक्चुअली फंस चुका था। आई डिड नॉट नो हाउ टू गेट आउट ऑफ इट। अगर सारी मिस्टेक्स पे काम करता तो 6 मंथ्स तो ऐसे ही निकल जाते, और नहीं करता तो कुछ इंप्रूवमेंट नहीं होता। 2 साल से ज़्यादा लगाने के बाद मैं थक भी गया था। सिटिंग एट होम अलोन ऑल डे एंड स्टडिंग वॉज मेकिंग मी मेंटली इल। Luckily, I gave exam of SBI PO this time and got selected. I decided to just take it and see where life takes me. When I was there, I gave exam of Delhi School of Economics Master's Program and I got selected. I decided to take the opportunity and go back to college for a while. तो अब अगर मैं मेरे सिविल सर्विसेज एक्सपीरियंस की बात करूं तो 6 मेजर बातें हैं जो प्रेजेंट स्टूडेंट्स को याद रखनी जरूरी है, एंड दिस इज द कोर ऑफ द वीडियो। नंबर 1, अंडरस्टैंड द सिलेबस फर्स्ट। Read it at least for 1 week. Google every term in the syllabus to understand what is to be read in it and how much. You can even spend a month on it. It's not less. It's not going to be a waste of time. It will give you a very good idea about what you have to read in the next 1 year. So this is the first thing that you have to do and you must do before you start with your actual preparation. Number 2, identify online sources and books in advance. Toppers videos are the best for this. Do not look for inspiration in topper videos like everyone else. Look for information on how to crack the exam. Okay? Number 3, create a good structure for note making before actually starting the exercise of note making. Learn how to make good notes online and why are you making notes at all. It should be very clear. After my years of teaching experience, I understood that notes are meant to, number 1, reduce your time for revision, and number 2, help you in writing answers. That's it. Make notes keeping these objectives in mind. Reduce revision time and help in answer writing. Okay, write this down. The fourth thing that I understood after my years of teaching experience and after my civil services experience is go through past year papers thoroughly. This is one thing that every student knows, but no one follows. All UPSC aspirants, including you, have PYP book, but have you read the entire book? Probably not. Past year papers act like a Bible in your prep. Spend at least 15 minutes every day on them. Try to understand what the examiner is looking for through these questions. You will get bored, but once you move beyond boredom, you will realize how useful past year papers are, both prelims as well as mains. Number 5, make a detailed planner on Excel. This is the exact reason why many working professionals and MBAs clear the examination faster than others. They know how to use Excel and artificial intelligence to enhance their prep. If you don't learn these skills beforehand, you will struggle with your preparation. And you don't want to do that, right? And last, number 6, write answers more than you make notes or read. This is something 99% students are not doing, and when they do it wrong. If you really want to clear the exam, not just write the exam, get this in your head that every week, 1 day, and in that 1 day, 3 hours are to be kept only for writing answers, and then another 3 hours for checking them yourself. Use ChatGPT to check your own answers. If you don't know how to do it, learn it from YouTube. But if you don't do it, you're already in the 99% of students who are probably going to fail in the exam or score less than the others. So with these experiences, I leave you now to prepare harder and smarter for your ambitions. All the best.